Cheers! Welcome to my channel. This is a tarot oracle reading, and this is a bonus reading for the new moon total solar eclipse happening on August 12th. Generally, we'll feel this energy for 3 weeks before and 3 weeks after, and the eclipse energy for up to 6 months. All right, it's Sagittarius. You are the star of this astrological insight. If your sun sign is not Sagittarius, we all have a little bit of Sagittarius in us somewhere. If you do have your birth chart, which house is Sagittarius in, that could give you further clarity as to where this information is most prominent for you. This is also a general or collective reading. General, it means it's absolutely for anyone and everyone who wants to watch it, see it, listen to it. And collective is people who have subscribed to my channel have a tendency to show up more in the readings because they're here more often. All right, I have the underlying energy is the Wounded Warrior. Man, this card has been coming up a lot in these readings. When you're doing a series of readings about a specific energy, quite often some cards come out in that series, because in astrology, the astrological aspects that are happening are the same ones happening to each sign. It's more about how are you, Sagittarius, going to handle this energy. So this is talking about, this card has come up 3 or 4 times in this position in the readings so far. It's talking about the Wounded Warrior energy. This is saying that this is the element of fire, which is your element, and it's talking about the wands are made of wood because wood fuels fire. This is about taking passionate action. These actions in the past are talking about, seeds that you've planted that have grown into these wands from your actions. And now it's soon going to be time for harvest. You have 8 planted and you are leaning heavy on this 9th one. We can see you're tired. You've been through it on some level. This is definitely Wounded Warrior energy. And interestingly enough, on August 3rd, which is 2 days ago from when I'm doing this reading now, Chiron went retrograde back into Taurus energy, and it's going to be there until the beginning of January 2027. So, and that is about the Wounded Warrior energy. It's saying make sure you look after yourself, do what you need to heal from what it is, and really take care of yourself, both mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. Or that's 3 things, not both. But okay, this energy is saying that you do have a headache probably from all that you've been through, but hey, congratulations, you've managed to land 8 wands, and you are also leaning heavy on the 9th. There's only 1 more to go, and then this entire project is complete. Now, sometimes this can be the actions of people that are going on behind your back. So we'll see what this is about. This is the underlying energy for the entire reading. The 3 cards up here are representing the energy of the moon, and this new moon is in the sign of Leo. And opposing that on the zodiac circle, we have Leo, and directly across from Leo is the Aquarius energy. So this is talking about the Aquarius energy, especially with the sun here, shining light on hidden illusions and secrets that have been held in the new, in the past, basically. And so this energy, it's when we do have eclipses, this is a total solar eclipse, and this is when the sun gets blocked out by the moon, and for a short period of time, and then we have the light again. And so it is talking about this energy of light being shone on this situation. Eclipses happen in series, and the last time that we had a series of the Leo-Aquarius axis energy for the eclipses the last one was in August of 2016 to January of 2019. And before that, it was February 2008 to August 2009. You might want to take note of these times and see what was going on in your life back then, what was happening, in your life, what was going on in the world. That if you can kind of pinpoint that, it may give you more clarity about this energy that we're in, what it feels like. And even going further back, you can go back to August of 1998 to July 2000. So this energy could be something that was happening when you were a child as well. Like it could have been happening to your parents, but of course it would affect you. Could have been like having to make a move or something going on. So whatever this is, this Leo and Aquarius axis, the Leo energy is the moon. This moon is about individualism versus the group, the family, the world, like the external forces outside of you. And in the Leo energy, Leo is a fire sign, and they are natural born leaders because they're charismatic generally. They're usually outgoing people. Having said that, they take a little while to mature. Sometimes all of the fire signs have a tendency to take a little more time to settle down. They really value their independence and their freedom. So they have a tendency to not be the first to settle down into, marriage, etc. But having said that, so they really value their individuality. And they also, the Leo energy has a strong urge to lead. And even when they're not ready. So it can be kind of, they don't want to collaborate so much with the group. They're saying, I'm the leader, do as I say. The Aquarius energy also highly values the energy of individualism. However, they are very innovative in their thinking and have a tendency to really they like to gather information, and they want a bunch of different points of views, and they're willing to listen to other people. And so they, as much as they value their individuality, they are much more likely to be a team player and work from that energy. So that's kind of what's been going on in some ways. And let's see what's going on for you, Sagittarius. So definitely in this energy. And now we have the Two of Pentacles. So the Pentacle energy is talking about multitasking, being super busy. Pentacles in general are health, wealth, and happiness in the third dimensional world. They are represented by coins because of course, we have to have money to be happy in the 3D world. It's an important part of it. But this goes further than that. This is talking about lifestyle. So this is talking about someone like you being very, very busy and multitasking, which is a great skill to have. But it's saying be careful not to multitask to the point where you kind of lose sight of the big picture, where you're so busy that, you start doing more quantity than quality at times and end up having to do things twice. And it can also talk about dealing with energies from others that are in that energy. We have also, this card is saying juggle your options, but never juggle your morals. And we do have, in the background, we have this energy of a small ship on a small wave getting bigger and bigger. So the situation, whatever it is gaining momentum. That could be saying that you're almost now just busy to be busy. And if there has been a juggling of morals, it's getting like hard, the truth is coming out, as it always will. And eventually, and it's getting to, it's being more and more challenging to be able to keep to keep it hidden. And this is also talking about sometimes juggling two lifestyles. This can talk about your work life and your home life, or your wild side and your domestic side, basically that type of energy. So you might be working two jobs. You might be going to school and working to pay for it. The energy here is this cycle of being in this energy is coming to a close soon. Basically it's in the spiritual realm, it's happened and it's coming to a close. This energy is talking about The World card is saying that, the Fool starts his journey at the 0 point, and then when he gets to the World card, it's card number 21 in the Major Arcana. The cycle is over. You have learned everything you can from this cycle and succeeded in doing what you needed to do to get through this cycle. It's time for a new cycle to begin. Yay, because this doesn't look like that much fun. And then this is talking about the Seven of Pentacles is talking about putting a lot of time, money, energy, investing that into a project, a relationship, a business, whatever it is, putting a lot of energy into something, and your time, money, and energy, and being disappointed with the result. The result is sitting here, one pentacle, and you're like, this is someone who's used to being successful. And they're saying, I put all that time, money, energy, invested all of that into this project or whatever it is, or into this person, family, whatever. And this is what I get out of it. That doesn't even make sense. This person is used to being much more successful than that. And so he's trying to figure out, like, what's going on? Have I lost my touch? Like, what? And it could be because of this, the actions that are being taken behind your back. You may be aware of some, you may be aware of none, but you're not aware of the extent to which this has gone. That's the energy I'm picking up. So if that could be your situation, and then this could also be coming to some sort of epiphany within yourself and realizing maybe you've been putting a lot of time, money, energy, focusing on, the pentacle energy, and you're realizing, in the past, maybe this is saying, you put one pentacle of energy in and you were very successful as always, and you're like not going wahoo. You're like going, whatever. It doesn't interest you in the same way. This used to be something that you were really driven to do, really passionate about, and now it's kind of like falls flat. It's like I would rather be using my time, my money, my energy, investing it in a different way now in my life. And this quite often can talk about, being like really aggressively pursuing your career. And now it's saying like, okay, I've managed to do a lot here. It's time for me to chill out a little bit and enjoy my domestic side as well, and having that kind of energy, enjoying my life like life was meant to be happy. And that's what this energy here is saying. I'm going here right away because it's talking, when the sun comes out, it sheds light on the entire reading, brings out the truth. The sun is God's energy, and it's talking about being happy. And this is saying this is your natural Sagittarian nature to be happy. And this is you as a child of God. And here you are on this little pony. And the energy is a banner representing your destined path. And the sunflowers are saying that, you naturally are happy. You naturally turn to the sun, you turn to the light, you see the good in people. It's the way you were born. It's the way God made you. And you're riding on your pony and carrying this heavy banner, zero fear, no reins needed, because you're on your destined path. And this is saying that there's going to be a happy outcome, and truth is being shone on the entire situation. I'm moving backwards because of this card being here first. This Three of Cups energy is talking about a celebration of some sort. In the tarot, cups represent love. Now, this can quite often be romantic love. It can be love of anyone or anything. It could be love of something you love to do, something you love to be. But these people are not celebrating each other. They're celebrating something that's happened, something that they made happen or they wanted to happen. And they're not looking at each other. There's no intimacy here. These are not, they may be friends, but they're not friendly so much, if you know what I mean. Like each person here is celebrating the event, not each other. And in many cultures, when you toast someone, if you toast in this manner, they'll freak out on you, because in a lot of cultures, particularly in Europe, if you toast someone and you don't look them in the eye, they'll get really upset with you, because they have a very strong superstition that it causes 7 years bad luck in your romantic life as well as theirs. And so they'll be, look me in the eye, don't toast me like that. And so this energy quite often can represent, if there was juggling of morals, it can represent a third-party energy. It can represent gossip, slander, rumors going around about a third-party energy in your relationship. It could be the same kind of energy directed towards from a business partner and people that you've been collaborating with that are secretly behind the scenes, taking actions that you don't know about. And so this truth is coming, it's coming up to the surface. And this is when this truth, you're going to be very happy when this truth does come out. They not so much. They're, this can sometimes talk, like this definitely can be a third-party energy in a romantic relationship or even in a business relationship. It can represent people in your inner circle that behind your back were saying and doing things and actually doing their best to put you in a position where you would not be successful. So this might be, if it was the first option for the Pentacles here, this could be, say, it's because of their involvement that life is like that, it's been so hard for you to manifest. And judgment is being called on this. This is God's judgment. Judgment comes from the spiritual realm and then comes down to the physical. And we have the ancestors literally climbing out of their boxes cheering, yes, finally, judgment is called. So quite often this can talk about a situation where maybe your ancestors were not able to clean up some of their mess or whatever from before they crossed the veil. And there's something going on here that is, maybe they worked hard to give you something, or you were supposed to receive something and you didn't receive it, and they are finally judgment is being called. It could have been something that was taken from them. We have the energy here of the descendants. Everybody's waving to each other from across the veil. This can quite often represent like skeletons coming out of the closet, and it also can represent on a more global, we do have the world here scale, that it's like Pandora's box being opened, and there's a lot of truth coming out here that is going to be shocking and maybe upsetting for some. And really, that's what we're seeing happening in the world right now. And I give a lot of credit to that happening because of Uranus being in the sign of Gemini. It just moved in there a couple months ago, but it's a big hitter. With the planets, and Uranus has not been in Gemini since 1941 to 1949. That's when World War II was happening, and the aftermath. And we're still not, we're still finding out truths that happened from way back then. But this could be talking about some unfinished business or something that happened to your ancestors quite some time ago. That was 75 years ago from when I'm doing this reading now. And so the most important thing to understand about, you can go back and look at some of my readings, and I talk about it quite a bit, but in more detail. But bottom line, Uranus in Gemini is a pain in the butt for people who don't want the truth to come out, because it wants the truth to come out. And it's a weird kind of energy in a way, because it's weird truths coming out about weird shift and weird ways. and you'll see this all over if you watch the news and you watch different podcasters and that on YouTube. I find it really it's almost like, wow, truths coming up from way back when, and you can watch what's going on. That's why it's good to kind of spend a few minutes every day to find out what's going on at the top of the pyramid, because that is definitely affecting everybody else. And so this could be in your own individual family or whatever. It could be talking about your maternal and paternal bloodline. If you're married, it can be talking about in-laws and that type of energy. So there's people that are in your inner circle, bottom line. And so from the bottom here, we have the sun shining light on the situation of what was going on here, and also rewarding you. This is talking about this energy is coming to an end. Whatever was going on here, you won't be in this energy of being so busy, and things are going to flow to you with much more ease. This is talking about the inner circle, whatever is going on in your life, having happened, causing a lot of issues for you. But And this energy is shifting, and I feel like it's also saying that it's also shifting globally. Now, Sagittarius energy, in the constellation of Sagittarius, there is a black hole that is in that constellation, and a lot of people feel that this is the heartbeat of the Milky Way. So I do feel this is talking about this also happening on a more universal, global energy. So this could be for personal people's skeletons falling out of the closet, and on a more global level, it's about truths coming out from around the world. And we're definitely seeing that in the news for sure these days. So I feel like that's saying that this energy is going to change. These people celebrated too soon. If they thought they got away with something and that they would never get caught, the truth always comes out, especially with Uranus in Gemini, and Uranus is going to be in Gemini for the next 7.5 to 8 years from the time I'm doing this reading, so around 2033. So, there's going to be a lot of this energy coming out. And then we have, because judgment has been called here by the Most High, it's coming down into your physical world, and you'll start to notice a difference in your lifestyle as this energy starts moving through and coming out. Now, like this eclipse energy, as I said, it can last for about 6 months. And the last eclipse season that we had was back on February 17th and March 3rd. And that energy is just petering out now as we move into this August 12th energy. So, you might even want to take a look back to February 17th of this year and March 3rd. What was going on in your life then? What was happening around you that would be maybe significant? That might give you further clarity here. Just knowing that the energy here is really supporting long-term change, so that that the energy shifts, I feel, in a much better way for you. And it's also talking about this particularly being in romance. It can be in dating, hobbies, sports, individual things that affect you individually, and also things that affect you that you like to do with others. That's the energy. And then it's really bringing out the flaws that are in our systems that we have now, and in our own lives, the systems that we use to make things work. It's talking about needing to really move into an energy of upgrading those systems. And that happens when the truth comes out. The truth can be really hard to deal with, but it can hurt. But you're always going to be better off if you know the truth, because once you know the truth, you can make strong choices and decisions for yourself. And then this is also really highlighting this energy of wanting to stand out as an individual. Some people are more aggressive. They want to be the leader, do it my way or the highway. And others are going to be more like, okay, I'm willing to listen. I'm a team player, that type of energy. So that's basically the tarot part of this reading. And if you're leaving the reading here, thank you for your time and energy and your subscribes. I really, really appreciate them all. And now I'm going to clarify with my oracle. And this is Tales from the Vector. This is courtesy of the Intergalactic Federation of Light. And the numbers on these cards represent the numbers of the paintings as they're listed in my oracle or on my website, in the gallery. So I will put them down in the description box below in the order they appear here, and I will also have the information for my website. They say, a picture paints 1,000 words, and so that might give you a little more clarity again. When I saw the tower come out here, I'm like, whoa, like this is happening, like it's, and that kind of distracted me for a second here. It was like, whoa, boom, there's a tower hitting. So for some people, this is really going to be like something that hits hard. The tower is when your intuition is telling you something and you're not listening. And then when it hits, it's kind of like, whoa, the lightning hits your tower, and boom, all of a sudden your tower's in flames, and everything is, it has to be rebuilt from the ground up. Now, I feel like the tower is never comfortable for anyone. Like a good example right now, I'm in British Columbia, and it's really a sad time for British Columbia because we have all these forest fires going on. And, there's been bad news for a lot of people. They've lost their homes, and it's just really challenging energy. And on top of it, like the smoke is everywhere. So, I mean, everybody's feeling it, but at the same time, some are feeling it worse than others. And that's kind of this energy here. It's like, you can't help but feel the heaviness in the air right now. Just feeling for everybody out there what's going on. And then at the same time, dealing with the poor air quality and all that, and it brings up like memories for people of their own hardships, etc. So definitely here, I mean, I have not heard of any deaths, thank goodness, and so thank God for that. But there's like really sad that it's and the wildlife and all the beautiful, like British Columbia is a beautiful, beautiful place, and it's just hard to deal with for a lot of people. So that's the kind of energy, the tower. But down the road, like in your own personal life here, this could be something where you say it's a reality check. And it could be something where you say, oh my, like I'm glad that I found out this information because I needed to know. And it was really, really hard. So basically, if you're on the right side of spiritual and physical law, this is a blessing, the reality check. It's a hard hit, but it's a blessing because it needs to happen for you to make the changes that you need to make. And also, if you're on the wrong side of spiritual and physical law, well, karma is about to hit. Now, a lot of people feel karma is punishment, but it's actually just the cause and effect of your actions or sometimes your inactions. So, that's the energy that we're in here right now in this reading. So on an individual level, it is talking about this. I know there's big fires right now also in the US. Our heart goes out to you as well. It's really, really challenging energy. Okay, we're going to get back on the reading here. But I feel like this is the kind of heaviness that the tower can bring. And then we have the High Priestess energy. Definitely say use your intuition. The High Priestess energy is talking, she's joyful because she uses her logic as well as her intuition to find creative solutions for problems, and listens to her intuition and says, okay, like that's going to benefit the life. Hello, little Stella. My cat just woke up. She realized I'm doing a reading without her. Are you pissed off about that? She's got happy feet. She's already purring. She loves sitting on my lap, and she purrs away while I'm doing most of the time. She's not too. Most of the time, she's a good girl. Yeah, and you got happy feet. Hey, you like this reading. So the trauma queen energy, this is talking about a lot of drama and some of it unnecessary, and trauma, like when shift just happens out of the blue. Like one day you're happy and you're celebrating with friends and family and you're enjoying the summer, and the next day, bang, like there's this fire and your whole life, changes. And the hardest part for a lot of people is not knowing. So that's why the truth, at least when the truth comes out, then you can make educated decisions about the direction to take. But, life's a slice, hold the drama. Yes, we don't need more drama in this world or in our own lives. Look at this. We have the sun coming in, shining light on this situation. The sun showing up twice here, saying that brighter days are here to come. Even like right now, like the eclipse season is until August 12th, and it is when the sun gets blocked out. But when we have a lot of smoke in the air like this, the color of the sky changes and the color of the sun changes, and you can't see the sun even when it's sunny, And so it's kind of like that heavy energy. Jealousy, there could have been sibling rivalry involved in this situation, and as a whole, we are all siblings on the planet. If you think from a larger perspective, we all share the planet. It's our home, and this is saying like some people. They can really, jealousy is something that we can all go through. It's a karmic space that hits us. You can even be jealous of your own self. Like maybe you were like 20 pounds lighter 5 years ago and you're thinking, man, I really like myself better then. I wish I was like more like me then. And so it's kind of, it happens quite easily, but it's when people take jealousy to a new level. And this is saying, I'd rather be better than bitter. And that's the right attitude to take. We have dissension, definitely. You've been swimming with sharks for sure. With friends like this, who needs enemies? I think that's kind of self-explanatory after the rest of the reading here. Dissension is when people go out of their way to scramble the information and also to divide people and say, oh, do you know that this happened? And do you know that they did that to them? You'll see that a lot when kids are little, if they get in trouble, they'll say, he did it, and point to a sibling when it was them, right? It's that type of energy, but like, grow up, you're an adult now. It's just whatever. And we have dissemination of information. So the thing about the tower is there's been an elephant in the room for quite some time. And people are ignoring the elephant and ignoring the elephant, but eventually the elephant has to be seen, right? And when people are trying to motivate others, quite often they'll say, believe in yourself, But most people have a lot of limiting beliefs about what they're capable of doing. And, when you start becoming jealous of someone else's path, and then you want that, and so you cause problems for them, so that they don't, thinking, oh, well, I'm going to take that instead. God is saying, I rule, it's my plan. You're given a long leash. This is life force energy unleashed. That's what God is. And so, when God is basically saying, it's time to take a look at the elephant. And so when people tell themselves, oh, I'm just one person, what can one person do? I'm not good enough. How could I ever achieve that? That is something you don't want to believe in. So sometimes believing in yourself is not the best idea in situations like that. Have faith in yourself and have faith in God's plan. If you can't believe in yourself and have a good outcome from that, then have faith that God made you to be a beautiful person that deserves to be happy. How about we leave it at that? All right, Sagittarius, I enjoyed this reading. I do hope you also enjoyed it. Thank you for your likes, comments, and subscribes. I really, really appreciate them. It's helping me build my channel. I will be back with another reading for you soon. Bye for now.